This 3D Life. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to This 3D Life, episode number 42. My name's Nick Cascarella, and with me, Shano.
Good evening.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am doing very, very well. This is, the pre-PAC South episode.
The pre.
The pre-PAC South episode, which means literally nothing.
No.
Except that we go to PAC South in like 2 days.
Yeah, we leave on Wednesday.
Yeah, awesome. I'm excited.
We're there all weekend.
Yeah, you excited?
If there's anything anybody wants us to try to take a look at, let us know.
On Twitter.
I may stand in line for you.
Maybe.
If I share a similar interest with you.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, that's in a few days, and I'm super, super excited for it.
Can't wait. First ever.
What?
PAC South.
Oh, first ever Wednesday.
No,
I didn't know what you were doing with it.
It's the first ever PAC South.
Yes, it is. And we have some cool stuff planned, and it should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, if there's anything anybody wants investigated or checked out or played or whatever. What?
I keep imagining T.I.'s little kid doing that thing with his fingers going bad and sneaky.
Why?
Because you said investigated.
Investigated?
Yeah.
Investigatory?
We're going to be bad and sneaky.
How?
I don't know.
But yes, hit us up and let us know.
I'm going to rappel onto the show floor.
From where?
The ceiling.
And with what? Red licorice.
Twizzlers pulling peels. We have to lick the ends together.
And then you just like pray.
Fingers crossed the whole way down.
Pray that it doesn't peel apart. Or you peel them like all the way to the end, so there's just like a little left.
An overlay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I think it's stable.
What?
I think it's stable.
Oh, I thought you said I think it's sable. I was like, I don't know what that means.
I wish I could come up with something witty to say, but I can't.
Nothing.
No.
Not a thing. So
What?
this week was a bit on the slow side.
A little, yeah.
We didn't really do too much.
No.
We didn't go to the movie. We haven't been to the movies in like a zillion years.
That's by choice, though. It's not like there's nothing playing.
Nothing that has been like, I want to go sit in the theaters.
I want to go see that Into the Woods movie. I want to see that Black Cat movie. Foxcatcher's playing. Wild. They're Inherent Vice.
All right. Where is Foxcatcher playing anywhere near here?
It's playing at Entertainment Cinemas.
Okay.
I told you this the other day.
Did you? But the other one, the Inherent Vice?
Yeah.
One theater that's like 40 minutes away from us.
No, it's playing at Entertainment.
Again?
Yeah.
I thought that it was only in that one.
Entertainment.
All right, never mind. Then I
tried telling you all of this the other day.
I don't listen.
Yeah, clearly. I read you Showtimes.
Did you?
Yep.
Perfect. But
well, you can listen to
listen to what?
this relationship peel apart like my Twizzler rope.
Just listening to it peeling apart like the ends of the pull and peel repelling device. But we did play, or I played, and you refused.
I witnessed.
I witnessed you refused to play, but I played the on Xbox. What?
I keep wanting to use the really bad C word, but I don't want to offend anybody.
What?
The C next
Candy Crush?
That is a bad word in this room.
Caterpillar?
See you next Tuesday word. I'm in a vulgar mood tonight.
This is going to pan out really well. But, okay. Anyway, Xbox One, open beta for Evolve.
It turned... Oh, it was on. Is it on? Or did you just turn it on?
I just turned it on.
God damn it.
I think. I don't know. It might just be on.
No, you just turned it on.
Perfect. Since we've been using it, now it is responding to the voice
Xbox
command.
off. Yes.
It's not like
screen's not
she
up.
can't see the screen, so she's going off muscle memory here.
Xbox off. Yes.
Swing and a miss.
Okay.
But all right, Evolve. We're so like not together right now.
Well, you turned the Xbox on.
It was open beta on Xbox One, and I think they had a limited closed beta on PC and PS4 this weekend.
The PC beta happened a while ago, I thought.
That was the alpha.
Oh.
So we played on Xbox.
We got both.
Well, no,
Motherfuckers.
because we didn't get invited into the closed.
I know, but what I'm saying is we had options.
All right, we did have options.
People who only got PS4s don't got options.
That's true. So it was. I think it's good,
Okay.
but it's not spectacular.
Right.
Now, I think there's a lot of factors that play in with this game because it is an always multiplayer experience, and because the main enemy is another player. So my biggest qualm with the game so far was that when the team that I was on was slightly competent, and I'm not even saying because I'm like fucking terrible at the game, but when the squad of players was slightly competent, the monster wasn't, like the person playing as the monster wasn't competent as the monster, like couldn't figure it out.
Can't hang.
Right. The game ends in 2 seconds.
Right.
Like, the trapper sets up the shield, and the team just trounces the monster, and that's it, in like 2 seconds. So, when I first sat down to play the game, I played 4 matches in a row where we just trounced the monster in like 2 seconds, and I was like immediately discouraged. Like,
Right.
okay, so this game is that I turn it on, get in a match, and win within literally within like a minute and a half.
Right.
But then the fourth game that I played in my first session with the game, we got paired with someone playing as the monster that was much more familiar with how it works and
Adept.
and just like had a strategy with how to handle us and how to kind of play the game properly.
Right.
And that game lasted a while. Like it really sets up this cool dynamic where you really feel like you're hunting down the monster, and you really feel like you're trying to like it's always one step ahead of you, and you're trying to catch up to it, and eventually like corner him or cut him off, and like set up the trap and fucking nail him and try and take him down before he can get away again. And that's super fun.
Yeah.
Like when the game was working how the game is supposed to be played, it was super fun.
Right.
I loved it, and the whole time I just kept going, this is going to be so fun when I'm in a party with my friends.
Right.
Like, this is going to be so good when it's me and, X, Y, and Z. Like,
Honestly, just from watching you play, not playing myself, I don't think I care to ever play that game with strangers.
it really, like, unless you, like, luck out, because you can luck out and get in a room with, like, 2 people that are, like, playing together and, like,
But because of the way the game works, actually...
you have to, like, super communicate.
Right.
Like, crazy communication.
And I don't like communicating with people, A, that I don't like, or B, that annoy the piss out of me, which is everybody on...
Pretty much.
Multiplayer games.
Yeah, like, pretty much.
Like, I was just sitting there, like, on my phone after a while, after the couple of matches I watched you play, and people, you didn't mute them. And I thought I was going to have a
aneurysm.
homicidal rampage. Why are you going to... Okay, if you're going to sit in a room with your entire fucking family, with your aunts, your cousins, your children, your nephews, your grandma and your grandpa, turn your fucking mic off.
Yeah. It can be really obnoxious.
Turn your mic off.
Yeah.
If you're at your family first of all, if you're at your family reunion, why are you playing video games anyway? Second of all, turn the mic off. It's obnoxious. I don't want to hear your fat little kids in the background.
Oh, man, you're losing it.
I don't want to hear your grandma going, "What's this? Get the monster." I don't like playing games with strangers.
I know.
I don't like strangers.
But
I like meeting new people, but then they become acquaintances. They're no longer strangers.
The brief 30-second period before someone becomes an acquaintance,
I don't like you.
You can't stand it.
That's when I judge them.
That's good.
Anyway.
But no, the game definitely is intended to be played with a group of people that are ready to sit down and talk and create some sort of a game plan, or else everyone's just running in fucking circles trying to.
So then,
kind of chasing the monster, kind of just trying to, I don't even know what, because it's not going off and doing your own thing as one of the squad members doesn't really do anything.
Right.
You could kill there are trash mob monsters around that you can get bonuses from. Mm-hmm. You'll kill them and then you'll get an armor bonus or a reload bonus or something, whatever. But that's not going to benefit you if you can never find the fucking monster.
Yeah. And the monster's killing them too.
Right, and the monster's evolving and becoming stronger and becoming a complete pain in the ass to fucking kill.
Yeah.
The game is very, very cool, and it's super ambitious and a neat idea. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just hope that when it comes out, I think it's just that I'm hoping I'll have a good group of core people to fucking play with. It's you know what I mean? That I'll be able to be all right, we're playing tonight and everyone's going to be on and playing, because if not, the game's going to be about a fraction of as good.
You know what it's time for?
What?
To save.
Save?
Money.
Oh, for another PlayStation? Yeah. That would be nice. Yeah, probably something like that. Because then also we'll be playing The Division and shit.
Right. Yeah, it's a game, and then don't you as well want to find someone to play the monster? So you'd have to find 5 people. Yeah. Theoretically.
Yeah, it's
or 4 other people, including yourself.
Right. It's 4 people that you really want to play with, and then I was talking, this game can end up being one of the most cool, unique competitive multiplayer games, mm-hmm. where you have your team of 5. Everyone has their job that they're very good at, and your team has a really good trapper, and your team has a really good fucking engineer, and mm-hmm. whatever they are, support or whatever it's fucking called. Mm-hmm. And your team has someone that's really good at being the monster.
Yeah.
And then your monster plays the other team's squad, and vice versa,
right.
and whoever can trounce it, and they would probably have to be a time thing,
right?
Wins, probably 2 out of 3, whatever. That would be fucking awesome,
right?
And I can imagine that being really good, and just makes me want to have people to play with. That's all. So I hope when the game comes out, I have committed people to fucking play that game with.
Right. I agree.
Other than that, I don't know. I think the game will be. I'll get it when it comes out still. The beta didn't sway me to not want to get it. Plus, I think we know enough people that'll want to play it and whatever.
It's still one of the top 3 games I'm excited for the 2015.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
So, it's a little disheartening that, it's I'm worried that it's going to fall into the same pit of Titanfall.
Yeah.
But I think it'll fare better in the long run than at least than Titanfall. At least for a couple months longer.
I think that the potential for a super intense competitive multiplayer, like, you know, with the team, you know, if you have like I think that alone kind of gives it a better leg to stand on than Titanfall. Mm-hmm. But we'll see, obviously.
Yeah.
I know people are already like talking. There are like talks about how the game is going to work competitively and whatever. Right. So we'll see. Usually things like that come together pretty quickly, and it'll be like within the first week there will be like teams competing to be the best team in the world and blah blah blah.
Right.
Like when
if you want to play Evolve with us, we need 3 other team members.
Yeah, well, probably 2. I bet Josh will play with us.
We need 2 other team members.
But other than that, we didn't really. There's nothing new, I don't think.
WWE Immortals.
Oh God, really? I just started trying it, and
that's a game.
I guess technically it is a game.
NetherRealms.
NetherRealm did make this game. Okay, so it's a mobile game.
Yep. Free to play.
Free to play mobile game made by NetherRealm, who makes Mortal Kombat. And it is WWE, so it's people from the WWE universe that are made up like Mortal Kombat characters, basically.
Some of them.
More or less. Right.
Some of them.
Right, some of them not. Well, the storyline, I don't know if you listened to the opening.
I did not.
Okay, so what it appears to be is... so there's this wrestler on the roster called Bray Wyatt, and he has this lantern. And in the video game, the lantern opened another dimension. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon stole the lantern and opened another dimension. Mm-hmm. And for whatever reason, oh my God, it's so fucking bad. Whatever reason, opening this dimension created all of the WWE roster to be these like warriors from different time periods and different whatever. Right. So like the Big Show looks like a big barbarian. But then, like, Daniel Bryan is wearing jeans and a T-shirt. So, like...
Nikki Bella is, like, a pyromancer.
Yeah, like, the whole thing is, like, weird. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think it plays very similarly. They did the Injustice mobile game. Mm-hmm. I think it's, like, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Except with WWE characters dressed up as Mortal Kombat characters.
Yeah.
And with a fucking atrocious story.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to say about this game. It's a lot of
it looks bad.
It's a lot of like it doesn't look very good.
It looks bad.
And a lot of you just hear people, like you can tell if someone's playing a game like that because you just hear as people are just like slamming their fingertips on their phone.
Mine doesn't, my case like surrounds my phone too tight, like the edges. So I can't hit all of the things like easily enough.
Oh, like
the
yeah,
commands?
You have to like click. You have like a team of 3, and you like swap out. I don't know. The whole thing is fucking. I can already tell you, I will not invest much of any time into that game.
It was free.
Yes, as most games on mobile devices are.
No, not true. Usually the good ones you got to pay for.
Well, yeah, but okay. Other than that. Which like hardly warrants any of my attention. Like,
well, you never know.
What do you got?
Agent Carter.
Yes.
It was okay.
It was the weakest of the 3.
Of the 3 episodes.
Yes. Yeah. It was actually borderline boring.
Yeah, I stopped paying attention.
We both did.
It wasn't very good.
No. I don't know. Like, it didn't hold my attention like the first 2 episodes did.
Yeah.
Hopefully it was just kind of like a builder leading into something new, but like, I don't know.
I honestly just think that if Marvel's gonna bother making TV shows, they need to be making TV shows like on network television about their heroes.
Yeah.
not these side characters. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had potential, but even still, they're like...
The thing that immediately turned me off about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like, was in the first episode when there was this interaction between Agent Coulson, who was supposed to be dead and wasn't, and they gave like no I think there is an explanation now in the show.
I think so.
But for like the episodes that we watched, everyone was like, "Shh, don't tell them." Like, oh god, awful. But the thing that really just like made me be like, this is so unbelievable and such a bad shell of an idea, was that someone was like, asking like if the Avengers knew about them or something, and they're like, we're even more of a more secret level than them, like of like classification, you know, like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. show is like on the scale of importance, like that
higher
team
than the
that
Avengers.
team is more important and more secret than the Avengers.
Yeah.
Like, what? You're supposed to make me believe that this like hacker girl and a couple of like agents, whatever, are like more important and more of a special ops team than a bunch of fucking superheroes. like I don't know, I don't know. It just immediately I was like, what?
And that show just for me never had a big enough draw. Like, my thing about Arrow and The Flash is that they don't need to have, I mean, and I guess they don't have it because they're not tying the movie universe in with the TV universe, which might also be the saving grace for those shows at the same time.
As much as, you know, we made like the huge argument of like, you already have a Green Arrow and Flash. You don't need to like make those move. Like, you could just introduce these characters and people already know them.
That might be the reason the Arrow and the Flash are so good.
Right, is because they just kind of have created their own little
bubble
thing together. Their own bubble. That now there's another one.
Supergirl.
Well, Supergirl hasn't been announced if it's officially part of that or not, but they're throwing it around.
Well, Supergirl has been officially announced.
Right, but not as part of that universe. But there's an animated show that the CW is doing that is part of that universe, and it's I can't fucking remember the character, what her name is, but she's like the next one. But I don't know how, like, there won't ever be crossovers from her show into theirs. Like, she'll never be on TV, but they'll be animated in her show. You know what I mean?
That's stupid.
Well, how could they? You know what I mean? There's no actress for her. Like, there's no, or else they would have just made it another live action show.
Yeah, well, why didn't they?
I don't know. I don't know the plan with that.
Yeah,
but they are throwing around about expanding that universe. They're throwing around that the Atom is gonna have his own show.
Oh,
which is fucking badass. What's his name? Not who was Superman and is now the Atom, and everyone's like, "You're way better as the Atom than you are Superman." But I guess they're like
he's getting a spin-off?
Yeah, they're an early.
So I assume that means that I know how his storyline on Arrow ends.
Well, they kind of already showed you that, like, he's building the Atom suit.
Right, but does he need a spin-off if he's just gonna? Is he gonna surrender over Queen Consolidated?
Oh, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what.
You know what I mean?
Well, you know, they could do anything with it, really.
Right. Anyway, I'm still like, that episode of Agent Carter just kind of solidified the fact that I don't think that Marvel really knows how to do anything if they don't have superheroes.
Or a giant budget to make big explosions.
Right. The budget on Agent Carter is clearly larger than it was on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Right. But I don't know. I just something about the shows just does not sit well.
Neither of them sit well with me.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I love the movies.
And the thing is, I don't need a show about Thor or Hulk.
Oh, God.
I actually don't want one.
Yeah, I
but
really don't.
You can give me cooler characters than Coulson and Peggy Carter, can't you?
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, people.
You don't have anything else.
People really liked like the Coulson character in the movies and stuff, which I did also. But
yeah, I did too. But I don't think he translates.
No, especially with the fact that he fucking died in the Avengers and they brought him back to life for the show.
Dude, his death was like perfect. They should have let him die with dignity.
Yeah. All right. What do you got?
Well, while we're on the topic real quick, Gotham got announced for season 2.
I saw that.
I'm excited.
Sure. I mean, we've expressed our appreciation for the show. I think it's good.
Yeah. More importantly, though, we caught up with Girl Meets World.
Yes, we did. We're like 7 episodes behind and we just like powered them.
They're 23 minutes.
Right. Yeah. But 23 times 7. It was a little while. But yeah, we powered through a bunch of them. And the
show's gotten better and better and better.
The show's gotten way better. The characters have like really solidified and
they've all made me laugh on separate occasions now.
Right.
Before it was only select few.
Yeah.
But now they have all made me laugh.
Right. And they're very, very obviously like using the Boy Meets World formula because it fucking works and people like it.
Like it?
Love it.
Want some more of it?
Seriously.
Cold Stone Creamery.
But there's nothing that feels recycled. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like they're recycling Boy Meets World into this show. It's its own show in the Boy Meets World universe with new stories. Right. You know what I mean? It feels like a continuation of the show.
Yeah. Or if they have, like, similar storylines, they, like, pull them off pretty effectively.
Not only that, they fucking make fun of it.
Right.
They address the fact that, like, this has been done. Like... And it's funny.
Yeah.
And if you watch Boy Meets World, this is funny for you.
Right. Because what they're assuming is that people our age
are showing their kids.
Older are showing their kids this show.
And so and those quips are for
the parents
that are like, yeah, we remember you and we appreciate you, like, and I'm glad that you're showing your kids this show. Like,
or it's for creepy individuals like us who watch.
It's not fucking creepy. Boy Meets World is seriously
it's one of the greatest,
one of the best shows ever made.
I don't think I've ever met somebody who doesn't like Boy Meets World openly.
Right.
If they don't like it, they keep that to themselves.
Yeah, and I
because they're crazy sociopaths.
Like, genuinely love that fucking show. And this, like, Girl Meets World, it really feels like just like a continuation of it.
Right.
It obviously has its own feel and its own...
It's very Disney. It is very Disney.
It is very Disney. But they've managed to... There have been some things also in some of the latest episodes that I was like, wow, they fucking did that on Disney? Like, a few things like that I never would have assumed they would have.
Like what?
A couple of... Mostly things with Topanga, usually.
Like some of the things she says.
Some of the things she says, and like...
she's a little risque.
She is. And Riley, she's like telling her she looks good and is asking her when she's going to get those and like points to her fucking boobs.
Yeah.
Because what's her face is very curvaceous.
Danielle Fishel.
Yes. Topanga grew up well. And, you know,
so
just
better than she ever did on Boy Meets World.
Oh, fuck yeah. Holy smokes. Yeah, just like things like that. I never really would have expected them to go that route. And it's not like
something you'd expect from Nickelodeon.
Right.
But not highbrow like Disney.
Well, no, Disney's just far more cautious.
I know.
But they're also very, very obviously realizing that a large portion of the people watching the show are people coming over from Boy Meets World.
Right.
Because they are bringing back a lot of stuff from Boy Meets World. Like characters.
Most importantly...
Fucking Harley Kiner, like being like the best new character on the show.
Harley Kiner is the janitor.
Yeah, is awesome.
It's amazing.
And it's
I looked at Nick. I said, I guarantee you Corey Matthews got Harley Kiner that job as janitor.
Yeah.
I was fucking right.
Yeah, and he has this, like, and it works so well because it delivers that, like, they had a way to make it into a Boy Meets World fucking, lesson of, like, people change and, all this stuff. And they use
and work it into a way of saying, like, you shouldn't bully people.
You shouldn't bully people and all this stuff. And
but people do change.
Right. And that, like, Corey got Harley the job at the school because, like, clearly Harley was at a low point in his life. And Corey helped him get back on his feet.
Right.
And it's awesome.
It's great. That was one of my favorite episodes of the season.
Yeah.
Quickly followed by...
Which one?
The Return of Sean Hunter.
The holiday episode? Or
no, I prefer the Maya episode.
The Maya episode, the latest one.
Yeah.
Was really good.
Fantastic. Made me cry.
It was just like, they like once Sean got introduced onto the show, they just like totally, even addressing the camera, being like, Maya is Sean Hunter. Like there's no disguising it.
Right.
Like they're the same character.
Right.
Or they're like, when they started creating characters for the new show, they were like, well, we need a Sean and this is going to be this character.
Yeah.
Like, and they're exactly the same.
Right.
Which is, I just like that the show doesn't try to hide
the similarities.
Hide the similarities and hide, like, obviously it's the next step for Boy Meets World is Girl Meets World, whatever.
Right.
But when they were advertising it coming up and when they were doing like all their promotional stuff for it, they were like, this is like a new show. So, it's not like Boy Meets World 2. It's like, it's a new show. So I was kind of starting to think they were going to start just like doing things from Boy Meets World and not really giving the credit to Boy Meets World.
Right.
But they haven't at all. They're like,
they've done an amazing job.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Corey is still the best character on the show. Mm-hmm. I mean, Ben Savage,
hasn't missed a beat.
Still got it.
He's still the character.
He's still great. And I mean, Maya is a quick number 2, I believe. She's quite impressive, that girl.
Me and you at the beginning didn't even like Riley like at all.
No.
The mate, but I enjoy her.
I like Riley now. She's a cutie. But it's amazing how much we love that show.
I know. I didn't think I was going to like it this much.
I like it more than I like Agent Carter.
Yeah. I like it more than I like a lot of shows that are on. And I don't know if it's... And it's not like we go into every episode like waiting to see...
If there's one we don't like.
No, or waiting to see like, I wonder what the Boy Meets World like shout outs they're going to do this episode. Because they do them in like every episode.
Some...
Like
I feel like they have and they haven't.
Yes and no, but sometimes they're obviously much grander than other times.
Right.
Other times it's like little things. Like Riley will do something that like literally Corey did.
Yeah.
But I don't know where I was going. Anyway, it's good. Whatever. Next.
Talk too much about Girl Meets World. Enough of this. So not that this is anything new release or anything, but we watched a movie on Netflix, and I just briefly want to talk about it. We watched this movie called The One I Love with Elizabeth Moss and Mark Duplass. He's from The League. She's from Mad Men.
Together, they are from that movie.
Yep. It's like appears to be a rom-com.
Right. So the way it was like advertised and the way that it's kind of displayed and is that it's like this couple that's having problems go on a romantic
vacation
retreat
and they fall back in love.
Yeah, to try and like figure out their problems. And it's fucking not that movie at all. Like, it's
one of the greatest science fiction movies I've ever seen.
Yeah. So like without like spoiling things, they show up at this like relationship
rental
building.
house.
Right, but it's supposed to be like a relationship builder like retreat thing set up by their
therapist.
Their like couples therapist.
Yeah.
And upon arrival, they realize that there are duplicates of themselves that are how. So like Mark Duplass's character, his
fantasy version of his wife.
Right, is what he sees or not sees, but that's what's there.
That's what he interacts with.
Right, and vice versa. And then it kind of unfolds from there of them trying to figure out what's going on or trying to cope with, is this the person I actually love and blah, blah. It's fucking good.
It's
it's very cool.
It's a very cool sci-fi movie.
Yep.
And the twist in it is...
Yeah, I mean...
It's a very subtle twist. Like, you almost miss it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. What?
Yeah.
Holy
it's
shit.
Cool.
And then the end of the movie, it ends, and you're like, oh my God, another twist? Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's one that you kind of see coming
Yeah.
for the last 10, 15 minutes. You're like, oh, this is what's going to happen. Oh, that did happen. That's fucking sick.
Yeah.
It's got a near complete 5-star rating on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's missing the tiniest corner of a star.
It was one of those things that I think came out, didn't get the right advertising push, kind of got a weird, sometimes movies get advertised the completely wrong way and to the wrong people.
I think it was intentionally advertised incorrectly.
Right, but it killed it for its general release because people were just like, oh, it's just a...
Sci-fi movies like that don't really ever fare that well, though.
Right, but at least when they're marketed to the right people, I think more people will go see. I mean,
right.
It's clearly finding its home on VOD because now it can get...
People are finding it.
Right, it can get into the hands of people that want to see that kind of movie.
Right, which is exactly why I decided to bring it up on this podcast.
Right, yeah, because people would probably want to see that.
Right.
It's doesn't present itself as a science fiction movie until you're 30 into it, and then you're like, holy shit, this movie is not what I thought it was going to be.
And it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's badass. But I suggest it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix. It's definitely worth watching. I like all of his movies. I'm not her biggest fan. Mm-hmm. But I love him.
I mean, he's good at,
things.
Writing and being
directing
funny
and producing and acting and
yeah, he's kind of the jack of all trades.
Yeah, he's a good guy and he's handsome.
And he's handsome.
Yeah. You want to talk some news?
Yeah,
Okay.
I know there's a few things on here that are pretty cool.
We'll do some of them really quick.
Which is some of them.
Some of them are really long. That's why I'm saying some of them are going to go quick.
All right, let's go. Hold on. Rapid fire, quick ones, go.
The Order 1886 goes gold.
Good.
Amazon has decided to make and release films.
This is not quick.
It's gotta be.
This is not a quick one. Okay, Amazon came out today, said that they want to start releasing theatrical films from Amazon Studios. They're shooting for 12 a year.
That's a lot.
Which is a fuck ton. And the thing is, anything produced by Amazon Studios will go to Amazon Prime 4 to 6 weeks after its theatrical release, which is a big deal.
Right. That's pretty rapid fire.
Right. Okay, I could have gone more into it, but...
We don't have got time.
No, but actually, I don't care, because this could be the new thing, going to VOD, very quickly after, which then will probably lead to the next thing, which is no more fucking movie theaters. People are just going straight to VOD.
Well, here's the thing. That brings me to my next thing.
All right, go.
Which is not a quick thing.
All right.
The Interview.
I've heard of it.
We watched it. It's an okay movie.
It was okay. It had me laughing sometimes.
Yeah. NATO, which is not like government army NATO. It's apparently the National Association of Theatrical Owners. Very bizarre that they have the same acronym.
I have a question. How has one of them not sued the other one when WWF had to change its fucking name to WWE?
Honey, I don't know. Don't come crying at my door. Anyway, has stated that The Interview stands to lose Sony $30 million. Quote, in this simultaneous release game, Sony is $30 million in the hole and almost out of cards. The only game changed here was just how much Sony left on the table.
Do you know what good news this is?
What?
They will sell Spider-Man back to Marvel.
They're going to have to.
They're broke. And
$30 million?
Marvel would spend $30 million on Spider-Man because do you know how much money they would stand to make on Spider-Man?
More.
Whoa, way more. Like blow the doors off 30 million.
I know. Yeah, the only game changed here was just how much money Sony left on the table. And that's because not only did Sony decide not by simultaneously releasing VOD, furiously picking your nose, like you might start to bleed. Anyway, by simultaneously releasing on VOD and theatrically, no one saw that movie in theaters.
Well,
why would you pay $10 to go see a movie in theaters that you could rent at home for $5?
For $6, yeah. It was like $5.99.
We paid $4.99.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
All right. For standard definition, it was like $4.99. Whatever. Okay. Here's the deal.
Wait.
Continue.
It's also coming to DVD in 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Wow. That's the future right there. The problem is that was like a trial by fire thing, and they lost a lot of money because it was marketed as a fucking movie theater movie. But if it was flushed out that the plan was to go straight to VOD, they would not charge fucking $5. Okay? You could charge $15, which is an expensive movie ticket, but you get a fucking 6 people to come over and watch a fucking movie.
Right. But everyone thought that movie was still going to profit because of the hype game.
Right.
And 30 million in the hole.
Well,
I don't think many places are going to risk going straight to VOD. Going to the movies is
an experience, yes.
An experience.
No, I agree.
There are movies I will go see in the movies and movies I will not go see in the movies. Selma, I will not go see that movie in theaters. American Sniper, I will not go see that movie in theaters. I can't go see movies in theaters that are going to make me that upset or give me a panic attack.
All right. I don't know.
But
we'll see. I feel like
Into the Woods, I want to see that on the big screen.
we have a pretty big screen right
We
there.
do have a large television screen. But anyway, Interview, 30 million down. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, 30 million's better than what they stood to lose by not releasing it at all.
I never thought that they were not going to release that movie. But if they had waited until this all blew over and just released it theatrically, they could have made more than that, I think.
Potentially.
Anyway, we'll move on.
Maybe the movie was going to bomb anyway.
It's true. A lot of people just were upset about it. And a lot of people, for some reason, just don't care about... Anyway, I don't care to talk about this movie again. Another rapid fire. The Order 1886 went gold.
You literally said that first.
Did I?
That was the first one you said.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And I said, good. Next. Did it go gold again?
Second time.
All right.
2 golds.
2 gold.
2 gold bricks.
What? Continue.
X-Files return, ?
Okay. So this week...
Let's talk about this as fast as possible.
I'm going to talk so slow. This week it came out that Fox is in early talks to bring back the X-Files. Then when they were asked about it, they were like, "Oh, we can't talk too much about it, haha." But they said that the only way that they would bring it back was if the head writer, the main guy, I forget his fucking name, what would return. That's the only way they would do it. But in the same sentence, they had already mentioned that they've maintained a very good relationship with drawing blanks on both of their fucking names.
Mulder and Scully?
Yeah, but they're real fucking names.
I don't give a fuck.
Fuck me. Oh, they've maintained a good relationship with them and the head writer or the guy who made it or whoever the fuck it is. Of course, I don't have the actual facts here. So and he was like, so that's good, but we would never make the show unless the guy, the main creator came back. But he didn't say we would never make the show if they didn't come back, all 3 of them. So, there's a chance the show could come back and not be Mulder and Scully. Which, honestly, might be interesting. Like to have new people, like a whole new story.
Could be.
I mean, to be honest, like
It's probably going to be trash.
Right, to be honest, like the whole thing like is
We really don't need any more reboots.
Right, is setting itself up to be like a complete underwhelming experience because, I mean, The X-Files had such a huge following when it was out, and over the years has only gotten a bigger following, especially with like Netflix and Hulu and stuff, where people that, were either too young or just didn't catch it when it was on TV, now have the opportunity to go back, watch the entire fucking thing, and fall in love with it and whatever. Like, a lot of these fucking shows have bigger followings now than they ever did just because, it's at everyone's fingertips. They can go back and watch it and watch the whole thing right now.
Right.
So, like, the whole thing is kind of setting itself up to be like a hype machine. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, the X-Files is probably more popular now than it's ever been, and, like, people are like, we want fucking more X-Files, and you just said that you might make it, so if you make it, it's got to be amazing, and it has a good shot at not being amazing.
Right.
So, I don't know.
They're redoing too much stuff.
Right, and if it comes out, and I'll watch it, and if it's good, it's good, and if it's not, it's no sweat off my back, man.
You know what else they're remaking?
What?
Poltergeist.
Really?
Yes. One of the actors says the remake is to be more kid-friendly, potentially, get this, a PG-13 rating.
See, this is an audio podcast, but so you can't see the look on my face.
Disgust.
That's fucking bullshit.
Isn't it?
All right? If you're going to remake something, I understand the like, oh, we're doing our interpretation of it. And that's cool. Like, I appreciate, like, every once in a while you get, like, a cool one of those, like, quote, reboots that isn't really a reboot. It's kind of an interpretation of original content. And sometimes they're okay. None of them are ever good, but sometimes they're okay. And,
We liked The Evil Dead.
Right. No, actually, I did like that one.
Mm-hmm. It had big gore, which was nice.
And it paid a lot of homage.
If you're going to remake a horror movie, make it scary.
Right.
Make it disgusting.
I hate when they do like reboots of things and they like change the genre that it is.
Yeah.
And
he says it's more of like an action movie, because he's like, it's basically a kidnapping.
Okay. So I was kidnapped by a ghost is what this movie is going to fucking be.
That's a good movie for a Disney title.
I was kidnapped by a ghost is what this fucking movie's going to be is the title of the film.
No, I was kidnapped by a ghost.
That's like a Disney original movie.
Yeah.
Like a Disney Channel original movie.
They don't make those anymore.
I know, but that's what that would have been. Like, I was kidnapped by a ghost would be like a great Disney Channel original movie.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Good one.
A great one. Next.
The Halloween ones were always the best.
They were. Well, Halloween Town.
Calabar's Revenge.
No. That was the sequel. Garbage movie.
The sequel's okay. It's the third one and the fourth one that get a little wonky.
A little?
Halloween Town High.
All right, stop this conversation.
Okay. Other movies that are being made. The Monopoly movie? It's being...
All right, as a fan of Monopoly...
It's being referred to as a similar movie to The Goonies. Go to jail. We are avid Monopoly
I'm not
fans.
gonna fucking talk about this next.
Avid Monopoly
I really
fans.
won't talk about this.
Okay.
Too much of what you just said to me is offensive.
28 months later. Yep.
I thought you were like going somewhere with that.
No, 28 months later is the name of the movie.
In my head, I didn't make the connection that
a movie.
That they would actually go there, but they're going there. Oh, speaking of which, did you see that the director of the Blair Witch Project?
Oh, it's inevitable.
The Blair Witch Project.
He used the word inevitable. What a cocksucker.
The Blair Witch Project 3 is inevitable. I quit.
I blame Jurassic World.
There's a lot of things you can blame. All right,
Star Wars.
Jurassic World is just
Terminator.
on the list.
Yeah, you're all to blame for these bad movies we're going to get.
What else you got?
Okay. Well, those are the quick things. Well, I don't know how quick this is going to be. Sweet Jesus. The YouTube halftime show.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
This is awesome.
It's the best thing.
Yeah, the YouTube halftime show.
I know about it, but I don't have the facts straight in my head. Give me the facts.
The YouTube halftime show will be promoted on network television.
That's what it is.
During the game.
During the game for halftime. So you can either watch the halftime show on TV, which is boring, and I think Lenny Kravitz is playing. He's pretty sexy. And Katy Perry. Or you can watch Harley Morenstein and the people from Video Game High School and the guys on Kind of Funny. Like a whole bunch of shit. Like everyone.
Like everyone who's on YouTube who we all love make asses of themselves during halftime.
Yeah.
And this is great.
Have fun.
It's live on YouTube during halftime of the game of the Super Bowl. Now we won't watch the Super Bowl. We might. We do every year.
It'll be on, and then I'll just be sitting at my computer waiting for the halftime show.
We usually make out during the Super Bowl. We take that time to act like teenagers and just make out and eat chips
at the same time.
And we'll watch the YouTube halftime show. But people are most excited about this because they really want to see what the numbers do.
Because the numbers on YouTube trump television numbers.
I'm going to turn the TV off. Well, switch the channel, turn it off.
Could we just mute it?
No,
and watch
switch
the
channel, turn it off because there's no commercials during halftime, is there?
Dude,
I think that's the point.
Fucking know.
But the reason being that I don't want them that skews viewership.
So are you telling everyone to shut off the television during halftime?
If you want to watch the YouTube halftime show, watch it. Don't be a pussy. Turn off your TV.
Don't be a pussy.
I want to know real viewership. You can't dual watch.
No dual wielding remotes.
If you want to watch YouTube, watch YouTube. If you want to watch Lenny Kravitz and Katy Perry, go ahead.
Lenny's got to be getting kind of old.
He was just in Hunger Games.
I think he was looking a little old.
He's looking pretty good. Let me tell you.
Lenny Kravitz.
I'm into it.
All right. Lemmy Kravitz. Now, imagine Lemmy from Motorhead mixed with Lenny Kravitz.
That's disgusting. That's gross. Ew. Okay, now this is a bummer.
Oh, that sucks.
My number three dude.
Who's number 3?
You don't know who my number 3 is.
Oh, no. Who?
Really?
I forget.
Tom Hardy?
Okay. Oh, yeah, he dropped the Suicide Squad.
He dropped Suicide Squad. Initially thought to be due to scheduling. Now sources say, quote,
he hated the script.
He simply didn't like the script he was finally given. He didn't like the drastic change to the character. Character being Rick Flag, the leader of the Suicide Squad. Didn't like the script. Dropped it. Now, rumors are saying that Rick Flag wasn't getting any screen time to make room for the Joker and Deadshot.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
So he was
Which
mad,
bothers me.
He was mad that he wasn't going to be in the movie a lot.
Yes. Which also bothers me because Rick Flag runs the Suicide Squad and the Joker's not even on it.
Yeah, I think that's... The whole Joker being on the Suicide Squad is weird for me. Because it's clearly just
It's a ploy to get the Joker on screen because it worked out so well for everybody last time.
Right. I mean, that's the most popular role in the past 10 years.
Oh God, I'm such a bad person.
Yeah.
All I can think of is that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where his dad answers the phone during TV.
Yeah.
And he goes back and the wife just keeps going, she showed up dead.
She showed up dead.
That's all I keep thinking about the Joker.
That's not good. That's mean. You're a bad person.
I said that.
What else do you have?
Okay, this is the last thing I think on the list. Well, okay. I have 2 more things, but this is the longest thing. Now, we, on a couple of other people, agreed with us during our recap of 2014.
You, and a couple of people.
We, and a couple of people agreed that Watch Dogs was an atrocious game. One of the worst in 2014.
Yep.
Are you drawing on yourself?
I did, and now I'm erasing it.
God. That was one of the worst games in 2014. Now, the developers say Watch Dogs is flawed, but the sequel will take more risks. And I have this lovely quote from him. Basically, him, doing a little jig. Let's read it. I don't think Watch Dogs is perfect in any way, and there's a lot of room for improvement. But you don't always see this when you ship a game. We deliver what we believe the brand should be at the time. But afterward, when you cool down after 5.5 years of development and take your vacations and people play the game, certain elements become clear. They'll let you continue to bring what you envision to the next level with the fans included this time, which is where I think it really gets interesting. When you start a new project and new IP, it's a blank page and everything you do is what you want to do. With a sequel, there is more pressure to push a brand forward, and now we have to appeal to fans in a new way. We have to give the development team something hard to do. If we don't, they could fade out, which means you don't benefit from their knowledge or they will leave. Our team is really assimilated with the challenge we have, and who knows where it will lead us next.
Hopefully to a narrative-driven story and not a GTA-style game. That's like, honestly, if that, I've said it since the fucking beginning, if that game was a narrative-driven, like, adventure game, fucking would have been sick.
What he said is that
the game is bad.
The game is bad, but that's okay because they didn't get vacations, and they realized that once they got back from vacation.
Yeah. I mean, I get what he's saying. I think that the way he worded it maybe was a little skewed. What he said is when you have a second to breathe and step back from what you've been, like when you're working this close to something, like right in front of you for so long, that's like the only perspective you have is like what's in front of you. And when you have a second to step back, take a second to breathe and come back and look at it, you start to see things that maybe you didn't see before. And I
game testers for that.
Right. And I mean, I get what he's saying. Like, I do understand what he's saying. I just feel like
he's making excuses.
Yes and no. You know what I mean? I obviously, when it shipped, they thought that game was good. Like, that game was what they wanted.
Well, if I was their tester, I would have told them otherwise.
Right. And I'm sure a lot of people that tested it were like, this isn't really what I like. But I'm sure more people were like, well, this is good. I mean, a lot of people liked that game.
I should test games. I'm highly critical.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Easy there, cowboy.
So that was it?
No, I got one more.
What?
This is just a nice little story.
Boy, here we go. What do you got?
Just take me 2 seconds.
1, 2.
You don't gotta be mean.
Go.
Okay. Everyone's seen that show, The Walking Dead, right? Of course.
It's kind of popular.
The most popular show on television right now. It's okay.
It's kind of overrated, but it's less overrated than Game of Thrones.
And it's less overrated than it was during season 3.
All right, continue.
Or 4, I can't remember. Anyway. Now people are obsessed with zombies.
Not now, but
it became prevalent at the initial launch.
Yeah, and I mean it's been kind of building up to this, like, but yes, we are in like zombie mania.
Right. Still have been for a couple of years.
Currently, yeah.
Anyway, and there is this syndrome called walking corpse syndrome, or Cotard's syndrome is actually
Cotard's.
That's his name. I could be pronouncing it wrong. Cotard. That's exactly how you pronounce it.
Yep. Cotard.
I assume he's just who discovered it.
I assume
or she.
He's a Cotard.
Anyway, that's mean. Anyway, it's otherwise referred to as walking corpse syndrome. And it's when you believe that... I know, I found it.
I found it.
No, I found it a while. That's why it's up there.
Continue.
It's dusty and disgusting. Doesn't fit my head right.
Go.
And what it is it's when you either believe that you're dead, like strongly, you actually think you're dead, that you're dead and nothing around you is actually happening and people can't really see you or talk to you. People die of starvation when they suffer from this disease because they don't think they have to eat anymore. So they starve themselves.
Idiots.
Or that sometimes it affects them so they think that they're like limbs on their bodies are dying. Mm-hmm. It's kind of similar to what Bronson's older brother had. Bronson the dog.
Yeah, but anyway.
Not the fictional, non-fictional
Where are we going
character.
with this?
Anyway, so most people with this syndrome, because they believe they're dead, they never really overcome it. They don't really get to talk about it. It was hard to discover, really. It seemed like more of a mental thing. But this one teenage girl overcame her walking corpse syndrome. And that was through 2 methods. One was going through therapy, which I'm sure plenty have done and has failed them in the past. Mm-hmm. But the other was by The
Walking Dead.
Watching Disney movies.
Why?
It made her feel warm and fuzzy and alive inside.
That's adorable.
Isn't it? This is a teenage girl. And she looked at her boyfriend and said, how can I be dead when I feel this way?
I mean, she has a boyfriend.
She had a
didn't
boyfriend.
like the kid?
No, she liked him. And now she loves him very much. And he said it's so nice to see her like this now. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. And these people apparently have like an affinity towards spending time in graveyards, where they believe that sometimes they can like not communicate with the dead.
They're just like angsty teenagers.
Sort of.
Just like hanging out in a graveyard smoking a cigarette.
They just like want to be there all the time. Uh-huh. It's like a resting place sort of thing. It's like where they find their peace and quiet. And so she watched Disney movies and they made her feel warm and fuzzy inside. And so now she doesn't have walking corpse syndrome and she realizes that she's alive and she's not dead anymore.
Well, good for her.
Yeah. I think she gave like a list of movies like Mulan and stuff.
Mulan of all the ones? Mulan?
Finding Nemo.
All right. Ellen's in that movie and I love Ellen.
It's a nice story.
I just said it's adorable. What do you want me to say?
Nothing. I think it's wonderful that all these people with Valentine's Day coming up are going to make all these...
What's Valentine's Day?
I don't know. We have to go to a venue tasting the day after. All these people on the internet are like, couples, gross, and then they post that meme that's like, hey, if you're lonely on Valentine's Day, remember no one loves you every other day of the year. It wasn't funny the first year you posted it, or the second year, and it's still not a funny meme. Anyway, just remember, if you're still lonely, that this dead girl had a boyfriend and you don't.
Wow. Holy shit. Are you done? I think you need to be cut off.
That's what the IGN article said.
That's fucking harsh.
Said something about single living people. If you want to feel bad, remember, dead girl had an article and you don't.
Had an article?
Had a boyfriend.
Just say bye, Shauna.
Hello?
Are you going to say bye? Are you done?
Bye.